Hey everybody, Ugly American, living in the Philippines. We came to visit Yan and Dodong and came all the way up the hill and everything. They're not here, but I guess these are the biggest chicks, the very first batch. He's got them out here. I imagine just temporary because he's still building this next cage right here. So we've already sold some of those chicks. We're going to talk to them. They evidently went into our barangay, so we'll go see. We want to meet with them and see what's going on because they've already started selling some of these chickens. And actually, Jan's been using them at her barbecue, selling out. She's frying it up and taking it out there, and she says that's going good. So she fries up a few chickens every day, makes a nice chicken joy. How you guys doing? Looking good. They're growing fast. Oh, those are his fighting birds. Uh-oh. Since they're not here.
We have to go home.
All right, maybe we'll see them when we go home. Hey everybody, we're back at the house. Just had a meeting with Dodong and Yan, and we went over the profit from the first run of chickens because they almost sold them all. But anyway, they made 1,000 pesos off that first run because they lost like 18 out of 50 chickens. They lost that. They died in the beginning, so it wasn't such a good run. But after paying for new chicks and a bag of feed, the profit was 1,000. So you know, at least we didn't lose all that money. But so they're going to take and buy 50 more chicks and go from there. And all those chickens on the ground that you saw in the video, the reason he put them on the ground was he told me that they're getting hot inside the cage when they're too crowded, and so he's had to keep them out there until the other cage is ready. And if he says that there's no problem putting them on the ground anyway, he said so that if he needs to do that on a regular basis, he can do that. For the bigger they are, he said they grow so fast that their bodies are just I don't know, they're weird and they overheat. Jan has been actually closing down her barbecue stand over there on the side of the road, and found a new way to make money from this business, and it's really awesome. Whatever they choose to do or find a way to make it work, it's fine. So she's cooking whatever, a couple of chickens a day, chicken joy, which is fried chicken. So she's frying up some chickens in the morning and then taking them out into the barangay where we live, because they live in Surigao City, coming here to our barangay and selling the chicken. And she sells, she just goes door to door selling the chicken. Instead of standing there all day in that barbecue stand waiting for people, she just walks around with her fried chicken and sells it. And she actually makes a lot more money doing that than she did from the barbecue stand, which you just never know what's going to hit or miss here. So that's actually a better business model than her whole barbecue stand. So they were making, like, I think she said they made like 500 pesos a day doing just that, which is, you know, 500 pesos a day is that's kind of what a government worker would make in Surigao City. So that's a pretty good, I mean, average salary. And so they just started doing that, and it's working great. So I'm happy for them because they buy the chicken from themselves for 150 pesos, and then they go out and sell it at and get 500 pesos profit. So it's doing good. What was the other thing I have here? Oh, that's the other thing. You know, the problem, the last video when we did with Evander and Jessa in their business where they're selling the chickens and the pork and all that, they're having a real problem with the supply of the chickens. The truck is just never consistent. They just never know how many chickens they're going to be able to buy. Last time they went, there was a line waiting for the truck to show up, and by the time they got to them in the line, chicken was all gone. I was worried that they wouldn't like Dodong and Yan's chickens, but they're happy to have them. So they went out and went to their house, and they worked out a deal and bought the chicken from them. And so it's all working out. I'm really glad. I love it when the plan comes together. But it's funny how it took a problem in their supply chain for Evander to actually go take the initiative to go find a way to to buy some chickens. So anyway, that's all working out good. The different growth rates in these chickens, that's the other thing that Dodong was saying, is that we can't just buy 50 and expect in 45 days to harvest. I don't know why I was thinking it would just, every one of them be ready in 45 days. He goes, there's some that are ready in 45 days, or some ready in 40 days, some are ready in 60 days. He says the growth rate between those chickens is really different. So he thinks that we need to just buy a bunch of chicks and let them grow at whatever rates they grow, and put them in the different cages and pens or wherever it needs to be depending on the size. So that's what we're going to do now. We're just going to, and so we're going to try to get him up to 500 chicks, new chicks, buying them, and then just selling them out as they grow. And as you sell them out as they grow, he doesn't have to actually, decide, how long or whatever. They decide that. The chickens are growing at such different rates. So that'll work out fine too. We just have to take the money that he makes when he sells these things, invest it back in the business, and more chicks, and get them up to 500. Because according to what they're doing with the Chicken Joy, the fried chicken, that's 500 chickens is enough to compensate them. And then with their other business, they'll hit the goal that we're talking about, 50,000 a month. So anyway, all looking good. We'll keep you updated and let you know how it goes in the next meeting. All right, Ugly American, live in the Philippines, over and out.